The fourth edition of the API 2350 standard is here, increasing the safety of your tank storage facility by preventing overfills in tanks filled with petroleum-based products. There are some key changes since the previous version. For example, management systems are now at the heart of the new edition, helping you create a best practice overfill prevention process. To do this, you need to put together a process for data management, identifying and documenting the tank configurations in your tank park, such as instrumentation, levels of concern, alarms, alerts, gauging systems, and operating parameters. When the data for each tank has been collected, a tank database can be put together to store all the relevant information for compliance with the standard. While some tank configurations may have an acceptable risk, others may not. It's only after assessing the risk of each tank that an acceptable level of risk can be determined. Sounds logical, doesn't it? Performing a risk assessment is critical for complying with the API 2350. Your assessment should include specific areas such as product hazards, tank categories, manning levels, response times, and the consequences of an overfill. The result of this is that each tank overfill system is then classified as either compliant or non-compliant. In other words, the risk is either acceptable or unacceptable. But to close the gap between compliant and non-compliant, it is recommended that you put together a gap assessment plan, defining the steps you need to take to achieve compliance. Then you have the information needed to decide which tank configuration should be modified and prioritized, and of course, how much funding is required. Now it's time to select reliable and accurate equipment. Tank gauging and alarm systems have improved so much in recent years that the standard only states the need for one single device. However, sometimes things can malfunction. What he was saying was that equipment can break down, so it's always good to have a backup. Let us remember that the point of the standard is not to cut corners, but to minimize risk and make tank operations more efficient by using independent backup devices. Now you're ready to start the API 2350 upgrade project, applying all the necessary changes to give you the latest in overfill prevention. Emerson's new Rosemount Raptor tank gauging system helps you comply with the latest edition of the standard. But what is the best way to get started? With the help of Emerson's guidelines, you gain the knowledge you need to apply the standard within your organization with the right systems and processes in place to ensure success, and most importantly, maintain safety. So contact our experts at Emerson and remember, in overfill prevention, there is no reward for risk takers.